Cause this shit bigger than me. Cause this shit bigger than me. Nah, for real. Cause this shit bigger than me. Cause this shit bigger than me. Nah, for real. Let's get it.
All right, y'all already know it's that power hour, man. We want to thank everybody across the nation for tuning in to the Official Business Podcast, where we get live in full effect. I know y'all hear the Lords in the background, but that's my cat that want to come out the trunk. But anyway, brother Theo, how you doing, Theo?
Oh, man, I'm good, brother. I'm stepping in 2024, about to punch it in the face, make it do what it do, as they say. And you know what? We're going to live life, enjoy life. We're going to talk a little bit. We're going to talk about it. That's how I'm feeling today, brother.
All right. Hey, you guys, we got one of the baddest, the man coming out the West and the South. We got Mr. Gundana. Gundana, how you doing, brother? How you doing?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing fine today.
Oh man, he went and put his pistol back in the holster, y'all. So we're gonna take it easy on y'all, because we thought he's gonna come out these pearly gates with these 2 6-shooters staring down at you saying yippee ki yay. But anyway, man, hey, we really want to thank you, Gundana, for taking time out of your precious day to come on here and bless the microphone and spread some knowledge you got. Oh man, but I want to say this, man. I want to first say it's the 2024. Well, we're going to kick this thing off live. If y'all couldn't tell, man, we back on the screen, man. We back on the screen like movie flicks, okay? But we're going to go ahead and come on to the screen, man, and let's get this show started off properly, because it's the new year, man. It's the new year, and it's so much to talk about, man. We got the Cat Williams talking about. We got truckers talking about us, man. We got reality check. We got Gundana that want to talk about these youngsters, and y'all ain't taking enough baths. And I told y'all from the get-go that I could smell you criminals out there. Y'all just if you're gonna break some laws, at least wash your ass, okay?
No doubt.
We don't need to be smelling that peppermint crap scent after you just robbed the gas station. But man, let's go and get it kicked off right, man.
Peppermint.
Yeah, Gundana, where you want to start off at, Gundana?
Yeah.
Well, hey, I was going to kind of learn a little bit more today. You and Thee, I think you're the man, but you struck a nerve. You started up talking about people's hygiene.
Man, I'm talking about people hygiene, because we got to get people, cleanliness. They got to get clean. Because let's face it, man, so many people walking around and, not keeping themselves up, and wonder why mentally they're not feeling good, and wonder why people just don't really want to hang with them, man. Shine some light on this. I don't know.
Well, let's just hit it from where we come from. World, people, you just came through a COVID. And I would say 50% of that COVID crap was all about cleaning, right?
Yeah. But you start
for those that were
conspiracy theorists.
For those that were reared with your grandparents and everything, I'm hoping that you learn at some point of that cleanliness is next to godliness quote they used to give us all the time.
Yeah.
But a lot of you haven't, even through COVID, even through the teachings, even through the signs, even through them saying, wash your hands, this, that, and the other. I don't say anything because it's not my business. I'm in different places. I'm going in the restroom. There's other gentleman there. And he goes in there and comes straight out there and just put water on his hand and walk out the door. I said, you sorry, son. But, that's me saying that mentally. I'm not going to say that outright, because if I do, I know I'm going to have to put hands on him. And then I'm an OCD type person.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm already having freak out moments, because I'm like, oh, Lord, he gonna put them feces hands on me if we fight. So I ain't even fighting him. I'm just like, walk on, brother, walk on. Now, flip-flop to the women. They got the nerve to walk by you.
Oh, we're going to get spicy now. You
on
the women.
Fair disclosure.
I started out with people across the board. I went people, the world. So it's not one any. Oh, he talking about women. No, I'm not talking women, men, everything that walks and crawls and need a bath.
Well, if y'all haven't noticed, Mister Gun Donald been on this earth for quite some time because he's coming out. Sound like grandparents now. He sound like
Well,
that.
well, for those who are younger and that's not grandparents and parents yet, the way you get there,
You broke up. Gun Donna, we lost you.
hello.
There you
There
go.
you go.
There you go.
All right. We've been here in this world this long. So whether you like it or not, we know something too.
All right. Now,
If you want to become a grandparent or parent, you got to learn from an older person, right?
Yeah.
All right. Bathe.
What you got on that, Theo? He said the world, we got some people in the world that needs to bathe. Yeah.
Well, they say cleanliness is close to holiness, right? But I say funky is what it is. You funky. I mean, and let's be honest, Pep and Uncle Boo here, Dada. We understand food does change the biology, right? And if you're eating high sodium, cheap food, it's going to come out through your pores. It's like when you drink. If you drink a lot, then you can smell it through the pores. So it's all that bad food, rotten inside, deteriorating, is coming out. And I don't care how much Dove soap you use. It don't matter what rag you use. You're going to have to clean your ass. Meaning you need to detox to get all that bad stuff out of you because you're stinking. You're funky. You're sweating and funky.
Oh,
what you got on Mr.
Man. But hold on, you guys. Hey, we coming on the Thursday night talking about love to skin you in with the Dove, baby. Have y'all ran across stanky people here lately? What did y'all
sir?
Or Gun Donna go to a New Year's Eve party and smell some funky people? Was there a little bit?
No, OB, I didn't get it from a New Year's party. I got it from a liquor store.
You broke up, Gun Donna.
Yeah, just a little bit there. Oh, Gun Donna, can you hear us there? Your phone's breaking up on us a little bit.
Oh my goodness, phone is acting up.
Go ahead. Just pick it back up from where you left off.
Well, I got it. I picked it up trying to get some eggnog. The lady passed in front of me, and she was dressed all nice and everything, and flopping and flaunting and guaranteeing everyone see you need to go back. You need to go back. You didn't do it right.
Oh, she didn't do it right. She needed to go back to the bath.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, let's switch the topic now. let's switch gears.
And I'm gonna have to go there a little more.
Hold on.
No, we're gonna scratch. We're in the same boat. We're scratching the same surface. But see, we're in the new smarty pants generation. We're smart. We're smarter than we've ever been now. So everything's, I'm washing organic. They say put this plant on you and it'll clean it. No, I'm gonna have to go. You're gonna have to drop back to the chemicals.
Is that bad, Donna? They need that 409 on their skin.
It's something. Some of them gonna have to go back to the old school witch hazel. I know a lot of them like, what is witch hazel? Look it up.
Old school witch hazel.
Because some of them need something to kill that bacteria, because that's terrible. That's not good.
And then you got Little Debbie down there, Little Debbie and Big Debbie, saying there's people with bad breath walking around.
Halitosis. Yes, it's a beast. I don't care what you did the night before or the night after. That's your business too. But they've already made mouthwash for those things. Okay, and if the mouthwash for those of us who drink liquors, rinse with your liquor, a good liquor, scotch, rum, tequila, whatever your choice.
Well, you truck drivers, y'all don't do that because y'all gonna blow. Shit, y'all gonna hey, you truck drivers, don't be with it. Don't be
okay.
putting those.
Since when, OB? Since when the truck drivers don't do that?
They
They smoking weed on camera. They ain't drinking.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh gosh! Don't tell it. Don't tell it.
Yeah. They get on platform and talk about CBD oils and try to find companies that's you're right. I don't know what.
Now they're in the SAP apprenticeship program.
Oh, okay. Well, tell them to.
You're right, and a lot of people don't know about witch hazel. That's more of a Southern thing, old school thing, witch hazel. But I go back to what a doctor told me one time. If you're suffering from halitosis and strong body odor, then you need to clean yourself out. Everything inside you is just rotten. The food, in other words, you ain't having good bowel movements. You see. That's the part nobody wants to talk about. You go somewhere. No, I'm gonna say it, OB. I'm saying it.
Well, I'm not a doctor, so I won't touch that one.
Either. I'm speaking from what the doctor told me, but I'm gonna give everybody a real life instance. You go somewhere and it sounds like a cat coming out of their butt. You banging on the door to say, "My man, are you okay? Are you okay?" Now, if he's going through that to get it out, imagine what it's doing inside. And we smelling it.
Hey,
I'm telling you what I see. Go ahead.
I can't knock you because I have been in some of those locations that you're talking of, and the guy in there. What in the world is he trying to have out of it? What? And and all of a sudden, and not that, hot odor in those facilities. That is a terrible thing. Hot odor.
Yeah.
You see, I'm addressing it in a nice place. I cleaned that up. Hot odor. I have that dry humor. Hot.
My head says sweating. God damn. I said the word hot odor. Why does it feel so humid over here?
Yeah. See, that kind of funky smell. I smelled in 11-9 Tennessee at a pilot. I walked in one day.
I'm reminiscing about bad odors.
You know what? I'm just telling you.
It was this like locked away mentally.
Now,
where these are trigger words and it take you back to a place. Or remembering bad scent. Say, man,
that bad odor caused my hair loss. But this guy was so stinking. I came in and I smelled him and I yelled, "Oh my God." He said, "Man, are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, man, I got a migraine." His stench had my head hurting. I didn't know if it was urine and feces or feces and urine. I didn't know what it was. It just hit me in the face with a baseball.
All right.
Now, I want to address something. I have to.
Let him go.
How long?
I have to take this back. Now, I did say take baths. I have to take that back. You should not. These days, I'm scared. If it's not my tub, I'm not sitting down in it. Okay. Now, so I go back to it. You go into that store and you purchase yourself some of the best. What's the best cleaning liquid, dishwashing liquid? Dawn Ultra. And no offense to Ultra and Dawn and all those people that say, I have no monetary yada yada. But anyway, that stuff that's supposed to cut grease and oil 99.9%. If you read those bottles, you guys get you those squeeze bottles, squeeze it on yourself, get you a towel and go to work. Squeeze it on your woman, go to work. And look.
Hold on. Hold on. People are dish pans. So y'all some dirty ass dish pans out there.
That black brown coming off of them, running down that toilet and all down the sides of them showers and things. You would think someone went in there and threw brown paint in there. You don't understand, sir. It's real.
I don't think you feel what you're saying. I think take a spoonful of turpentine, clean your ass out.
Man, switch subject, man. We're gonna switch the subject.
Man up. Go ahead and walk in there and get the man.
There you go.
Hold on, y'all. All right, we're gonna switch on to another topic for today because
Okay, because hey, that's a hard one. That's a real one. Now, all jokes aside, that's real now.
Hey, it's a man
man,
show. We
hey,
talk men.
y'all start talking about Dawn detergent and scrub that shit. Yeah.
Hey, some of you out there trying to use Dove and all that Axe don't have enough cut. You take the Dawn Ultra and cut yourself from top to bottom, and then you come behind and put the good smelling Axe on there.
Triple D, you right, Triple D. Triple D, man combo has went left field. Gun Donna is talking about cut that dirt. Get that real shit. Stop putting on that Axe.
We working people, so you go out there and get something can help you get the work off of you, and then come out smelling nice.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
doubt. No doubt.
Yeah,
They
y'all
want
all
to
be
wash
asked.
with all this fragrance. You ain't washing.
Oh, that thing else.
You ain't cut. You smelling good, but you're dirty. That's the problem. It's smelling good, but it's still dirty.
So let me ask you this, Don Donna. See, we're gonna stay on this. So if somebody is noticing their sheets turning color, is they taking a proper bath or is
No.
normal? Is that normal for white sheets to turn brown?
Well, let's go there. Most of us in life have had a white sheet or some form of cream colored sheet, egg colored sheet. Most of the time, if you're bathing well, you're going to always notice the only thing get a little brown is your pillow because your hair.
We lost him. Gandana, we only heard hair.
Yeah,
and you dropped
it for a minute there.
Because of your hair and your neckline holds dirt. Yes, it's customary to see some form of brown pillowcase, right? But when you see the whole sheets are brown, that's because you're not bathing.
So they still got a little dirt in the pores.
They've been up there putting on that nice Dove, and what's that other one that holds that oil? Oh, the one would kill me. Women jumping and tell, I'm washing with baby oil. What? You just what you trying to make? Gravy? You go in and clean that stuff first. Scrub all that business. Then come behind with your baby oil.
If you gonna soak, you better put some Epsom salt in that water.
You got to work on that, really. It's not a laughing matter. It's scary.
Oh, he said make gravy. Did he say make gravy? Put baby oil.
Well,
You got the tub looking like diesel.
Nah, he some gravy. Oh man, it's gonna leave gravy. But go ahead, Uncle Booby. I'm done.
Have you ever cooked gravy?
Yeah.
What is gravy? A little bit of oil, right?
Yeah,
a little bit of water and cook it down, right? For those that don't know how to cook. So come on now.
So ladies out there, if y'all are just using
and I was wrong for addressing ladies. I was wrong for that. Ladies, I take that back. People, because some guys are doing it too.
If you're gonna be on the Official Business Podcast show, just let it out.
Yeah, but he gotta be accurate though. See, a real man.
I'm addressing one person, and I'm not. I want to address everything across the board. So it's people. It's people.
Oh man, we're gonna play this goddamn card. Both of y'all, man. Hold on. Big free.
All right, boss.
See, when y'all start limiting yourself, you ain't telling the truth to people. Let it out. It felt good to say that, gravy. You've been waiting to say that goddamn word, dude. Oh yeah.
Well, I'll address it again. For men and women and people across the board, gravy. Stop coming out with your baby oil and making gravy. Get in there, put that good dishwasher liquid on you, cut yourself clean, and then come back with your good stuff. There's nothing wrong with cutting yourself.
Yeah, that's it. He said, cut yourself.
Cut yourself clean.
Take a razor blade and cut yourself.
No, not knife or any type of cut your flesh, but cut your flesh with some type of cleanser to get that filth off. Scrub that dirt down. Scrub it down. Give it a fresh coat.
Okay.
Oh man, that reminds me of that old song, Scrub the Ground.
Yeah. Hold on. What was it? Scrub the ground, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But see now, Uncle Booby, now I don't have no problem with the hair on the pillow. You know, I wear my man wig. So when I'm off the show, all this hair, I just take it off. I'm bald headed under here. So I'm pretty good on that. You know,
Well,
just a little
I'm good with it
wisdom.
too, but I
Mhm.
feel you have no problem with it. But he was addressing linens and where should you see that type of brownness? And I was saying pillowcases, that makes sense. But
Mm.
when you see the whole section of the bed brown, and then when you see the center of the section, then you start scratching your head. Why is the center area of that bed linen brown? Because that's where the buttocks is not been clean and it's showing it.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Mm.
All right. In other news today, in other,
Thank you.
in other news today, man, we want to show everybody has been rocking in. Because hey, man, we appreciate y'all, Uncle Boo Boo. We can hear that win. But we got more things to talk about, you guys. You guys have been keeping track of what's been going on in society. And the crime is up, and the economy, and most truckers out here now are uncertain about the future and uh, or their money finances. Uh, we're gonna take it back some because Gundana and Theo was talking about this last week, saving your money and knowing about working. But let's you guys can pick up from whatever spot y'all want to go to. Gundana,
Well,
we hear you. You remember everything in the background. We can hear
I
everything.
hear. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got to thinking of. Anyway, yes.
well, here's the thing: crime is going up all over the place. We get it, right? And it can be contributed to a bunch of factors: low education, lack
Money,
of employment, money. Right? We get it.
money,
Whenever
money.
there's high
Yeah.
crime, there's money involved. Right? At the end of the day, high crime produces money. You know why? That means you got to hire more police department. That means more taxes get paid. So it balances itself out at the end of the day. You always gonna have crime. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. There are people who just are willing to take from others, then get out there and get it out the mud themselves. You picking up what I'm putting down at the
Oh
end of the
yeah.
day?
What you
I,
got?
I agree.
Yeah. Now we need to eliminate it, but facts are the facts, my man. It ain't
Yeah.
changing.
I agree. But on that fact of what I spoke on, a week ago, um, I felt that way back then. But we was talking about needs and wants. Well, I knew again that's that need. I was
You broke up.
We'll be back in 3, 2, 1.
Gundana.
Are you
vehicle.
there?
Got you.
Yeah, there
Yes,
you
sir.
Got it.
uh-huh.
Okay. I knew I needed vehicle, transportation. I knew I had a need for some forms of shelter. I knew, yes, I could go to college. Yes, I went to college. Yes, I graduated college, but also in the same understanding, I still needed that need to be felt because my family hadn't had many male graduates from college. So
Hold on.
they did not understand.
Hold on real quick, Uncle Boopy. Now, for the people that's tuning in, what needs are you talking about? I mean, Gundana.
Monetary needs, just common survival, common basic needs, shelter,
Money, shelter, what?
money, automobile, or money. And an automobile has been shelter for a long time. Automobile was shelter for some years there going through college, to get me where I needed to be. So, the understanding of you have to make a way when you turn 18, you got to get out, you got to survive. Well, all that need was on the mind. It wasn't my wants, it was need. But everyone's not hungry anymore. It amazes me. Now, I'm not knocking any males. I am a male. But it amazes me. You have males that left homes from 18 on up. And then some of them I see at 50, they say, well, I'm going to buy a house. I'm like, no, dude, don't worry about buying a house. At this point, go buy you a condo.
So
Because
you're seeing guys that's not hungry enough.
No, they were hungry, but I don't know. I guess the back to what I stated also a week ago. Um, the talk of management and money skills and managing your money. That was not taught to many, 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 many thousands, millions of us. And it was done on purpose. My family didn't know to teach me that because they was doing the best they could for what they could. But the elders taught us that, hey, I have this property I've purchased and I've gained for you guys so you don't have to go through what I went through to give you a leg up. But we have things that put the wants and before the need. We weren't taught that basic. You need this. You need water. You need shelter. You need an automobile so you can be a better who you wanted to be.
All right. What would you say to the guys today, men and women, today that cannot identify needs and wants and just think that the world's going to always wait on them? That the money.
Well, there you go. That piece you just said, I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to come out with that because
all right, we don't have to do all of that, gun down, but go ahead and say what you got to say.
Well, because I've always had it where I said, well, people feel they're going to be young forever. That was my terminology for it. I said, that guy thinks he's going to be young forever. He hadn't realized that, oh man, I'm 33. And I'm like, yes, and I'm 33 also. And he's like, man, I've had 5 cars, man. I wrecked this my 17th truck. I'm like, oh. He said, how many have you had? I said, I don't know. He said, I remember you in the same truck you had. I said, yes. He said, why? I said, because everything I've gotten, I sold it to capitalize on it. Everything you bought was brand new, so you kept making the dealership rich.
Thanks.
And then he looked at me, oh, you trying to be funny. You think you're better. No, I'm not better. I don't have the money you have.
Well, I think you had it. You just choose not to waste it.
That too. But with that particular guy, I chose to say I didn't have it because he's bigger than me. He might make me run.
Yeah.
So,
And the thing that, like you said, there's, I was always taught there's needs, wants, and there's necessities, right? And we always put our want ahead of our needs, and we never
every time
necessities, right?
Yes.
And I don't like what anybody do with their money. I'm basically
I don't.
Right. I need a car.
Hold on a minute here, y'all. Let me do the disclaimer for the channel. We are not going to sit up here and play filtration when we want to talk the truth. That's what
we are talking. We are talking the truth, but we can't. People are soft-hearted now, sir. You can't go out there and just start. People can't handle it.
Well, then don't talk about it. Don't talk about it if you feel that way. We are going to tell the truth, and we are going to get to those that really want to know. And let's go.
OB, they still could manage the truth through what we said. We just chose to give it the world's approach, a little soft spoken. They can't handle that radical approach. They just can't.
This is not radical. It's not radical. But y'all go ahead. I'll let you.
For those others, they're over there tuning out, saying that guy, that no.
See, we got flying colors. What up with your flying colors? Flying colors say speak on it. This lady, she say speak on it. So just speak on it. Thank you, flying colors. Just speak on it. But go ahead, Uncle Booby. Oh, y'all do y'all. Come on, because this is real interesting.
Well, listen, it's like I said, there's needs, wants, necessity, right? I need a car, but I want a brand new car. Necessity-wise, I just need to get back and forth to work. So that's what I'm going to roll with. Does everybody do it? Hell no. That means it puts us in a whole bunch of debt problems and financial. We keep getting farther and farther.
Now,
go ahead, bro.
I'm going to take that where you said you need a car and you want a car. I'm going to go both ways. Need a car. Well, here I am starting out in life, and I say I want a car. Now, here's the want. The want is hard when you go into the 7-Eleven or any other gas station function house, and you see the brothers or the sisters or those individuals coming through with the pretty whips, the nice look, or the pretty wheels on them, and this and that and the other. And they're like, man, I'm going to get that. Okay. You don't have a place to live. You struggling, but you're going out.
Hold on, Uncle Booby, you dropped for a minute there.
We back.
Okay.
Are we back? Okay.
Yes.
You're going to get a Bentley dealership, 3 of your paychecks, so you can drive a Bentley every day. Really? Really? But you have the Kia and the Hyundai dealership down the road selling car for under 20. Very good. That car won't get you the girls that you say you want, or I won't even say girls, I say the individuals that you would like to impress, because it's not a Bentley, right?
Yes, sir.
But
broke up for a minute.
I lost me again.
Yep, you're back. You're back.
Bad internet today. Okay. What happened to that individual? Say this here Hyundai or better gas mileage vehicle will get me 2 years paid free. 2 years I paid for it, and I put up all that money plus great gas mileage to get to the next level and the next level and the next level and get your money to maximize it.
Okay, so maximizing the money and being mindful of your purchase, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, listen, I will put it like this, depending on where you live and your circumstances, you got to do what you got to do, but don't be stupid, right? Don't get it twisted. They put that train station up in Berlin. Guess what? I'm going to catch the train to work every day. I ain't lying. I'm waiting for them to finish it. I'm going to be catching the train to work every day. You know why? It's going to cost me $1.25 one way to go 8.1 miles. That's what's going to cost me. See,
gotcha.
I can take that money, I'll spend it in gas because gas is so cheap up here, but still got to spend money.
And I will give that what you said. It depends on he or she's circumstances, because that doesn't apply to everybody. And each and one of us has an option now. You have options, but a train, a bus would starve me to death. I'm one of those. I need a vehicle to obtain numerous funds. I have to be able to get to different appointments at different times.
Gotcha.
By any means necessary at all times.
Let me ask something there, Gundog.
Transportation of train.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me ask you a question that is kind of close to my heart here. My spirit just don't sit right. Do you think that men, not women, because we won't soft women, do you think that men these days are soft? Do you think, and it's a 3-part question or 2?
Oh,
do
boss.
you think men are getting softer? Do you think that men are starting to get more and more female traits?
OB, I need help. Yes, they soft. I said it. Yeah, they soft.
And I'm gonna add to this, right? We understand
soft, that. No good scoundrel, soft bag, soft, just soft. No fight. Where's the fight? Where's the fight? Where's the fight to say, yes, I'm the man. Bow down to me. I'm the man. They don't even have that anymore. They don't even think of anything of that anymore. Wow. That is an obsolete statement.
See, I see a society of biscuit is what I see. And I know somebody gonna say something, but I don't care. That's what I see. I don't see a man's man walking out here.
Yeah, I don't see it.
What the next man is saying.
That sound like who was that guy? That guy sound like Zoe. That sounds like Zoe to me. That's Zoe walking around worried about another man's sexuality.
Yeah, that
I
ain't
don't care
real.
about your sexuality. That's not what I'm speaking of.
Now,
You can
hold on,
look.
hold on.
Your sexuality can be whatever you choose. I'm talking about being a man.
Gun Dada phone had broken up and he just walked back in. Now I ain't talking about that Gun Dada. We talking about something totally different. We talking
Well, we
about
reference it in. Yeah.
yeah. You're welcome to come on in, but it's not directly from what you said.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I apologize.
But I will stand on what I said.
Okay.
I personally feel that men are getting softer, right? When you see all this stuff in social media and TV, radio, pick your poison, right? And everybody's got to say that a man shouldn't be this way, right? Well, you shouldn't have to say how a man should be. You a man, you know you a man. You get me? We're seeing too many men have female tendencies, and now the females are becoming the alpha. You get me? See, when a man say, I don't want to be with a woman that's got 3-4 degrees and she's making over $200,000 a year, quote unquote, the boss chick, and she still ain't the boss because she going to work for somebody, right? She ain't the boss. But at the end of the day, when a man say, I don't want a woman like that, well, hell, you ain't no real man. The more money she make, that's more money in my house. But guess what? At the end of the day, I'm a man. I know I'm still a man. I don't care how much money she make. She can make 10,000 a year or 100,000 a year. I'm still gonna be a man. I think that's where the ball is being dropped around here. Men don't want to be men. If they want to be a man, they have to have somebody so down and low on the spectrum to make themselves feel like a man. See? That don't make you a man because they beneath you. I don't give a damn how tall you are. I don't care how much money you got. As a man, I'm a man. We all know Shaquille O'Neal is damn near 7'8". He a man. Guess what? I ain't 7'8", but I'm still a man. Don't nothing change over here. Yeah, the money status is there. He got more than me. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being a man. That's the problem. We've seen this over and over. Men are not being a man. You see the difference? They're falling into these female tendencies, traits all the time. Hell, half of them dressing like women. You go in the stores and they buying unisex clothes. What you wearing unisex clothes for? If the clothes ain't for me, I ain't buying them. I'm a man. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
My jeans ain't gonna be all up my ass. They ain't gonna be down my ass. I'm a man. You picking up what I'm putting down?
Yes,
I ain't
sir.
walking around all day with hot pink on. No. When you're born, when you're a kid, you know what they do? The little girl gets yellow. The little boy is born with blue on. You see, we separate. Now, shit, they coming out the womb half and half. They're confused. Don't nobody know what's going on. They don't know if they're a man, a one man, a tri-man, quadruple man. Be a man. That's all I'm saying. All men, be men. That's what we are. We step up to the plate, good, bad, and ugly. If you ain't gonna be a man, go sit back in the back of the bus. You got me? Because I don't know about y'all. We don't fought too hard to get up in the back of the bus, and we're going back to the back of the bus. That's just my opinion. What you got?
You're not going to the back of the bus. On that particular topic, a statement you brought out, you're not even going to the back of the bus. You just in the bus. You just in the bus.
I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. But at the end of the day, we need real men to be men.
Yes, I agree.
You got what I'm saying? We don't need real men saying, well, I don't know, maybe. I mean, it's kinda. No, it is. You make it do what it do. You're a man. Good, bad, and ugly. You fall down, you get your ass back up. We don't blame everybody else for everything. But it goes back. That's just what I'm seeing in society. Right? I'm seeing that. I'm seeing men who claiming to be men with female tendencies. Yes, sir.
Well, what can we do? What can you do?
Well, listen, here's one
thing. I'm a give men a black.
Oh, see if you can come back in. They broke up there for a minute.
I fell out again.
Yeah, you're good now. Come on with it.
Okay, I'm gonna give men a black eye, and I'm gonna go ahead and accept this black eye. We have to stay at home and raise your children.
Oh hell!
No,
Oh,
no, no. Hey,
hold
hey,
up
no.
there.
I'm a man.
You
I'm gonna take
hold
it.
up there.
How can I? No, I'm gonna take it all the way.
Mm,
How can I teach and treat my son, grandson, nephew how to stand up and be a man if I'm not there giving him any indication of what a man does? If it's grandma Annie's and his Annie with his Annie's friend Annie and all them is teaching him he or she's uh, home duties, male duties, well then we
Drop for a minute. I think he'd be coming back in another second.
Yeah.
now from to the end of 2024 still arguing that battle, but I'm gonna just take it for what it is on my part of the spectrum.
All right.
Okay,
Well, you know what? I can't disagree with you. At the end of
and
the
nothing
day,
wrong with that. I mean,
can't
nothing wrong with that.
disagree
That
with
you
you,
know,
right? And here's the thing. We hear the whole excuse as well. You know, it wasn't a man in the household. The man needs to be in the household. If he ain't in the household, he still needs to be involved. But you can't tell me there wasn't an uncle somewhere. You get what I'm saying? There's a male around, but see, I'm gonna flip it. The woman got to allow that male to be a
bingo,
part of it. If the male ain't in
bingo,
the house, she got to allow
bingo. I
a
said
male to be a
bingo. I
part of it,
said I'll
right?
take a black eye. I said I'll
Yeah,
take a
yeah.
black
I mean,
eye.
it's a double-edged
But
sword, but it's some
yes,
sorry
it
men out
is. But
there. You see?
that's where we go back to what was also put down. It doesn't take a one place to raise a child. It takes a village. And that village meant other men, other women, other grandmothers, other aunties, other neighbors, all the above. It takes a village to raise children so they can
Yeah, but
see from a rounded spectrum that what it takes.
correct, correct. Now, I mean, I can't
Okay.
dispute it. A village and a belt or two, maybe. Depends on how you was raised. You know, I was raised up on extension cords and Stacey Adams shoes. That don't mean
Yeah, I'm
I
not
was
gonna say
playing
it's
with
perfect,
extension
but
cord. That means I was
that's
beating
what
them
it
extension
takes.
cords. Right? That you're right.
Well, I don't
That's
think they're beating with extension cords is not. I don't really think that was that bad. And I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, some of us got torn up, some of us got abused, but we weren't there. We don't know if some of us needed to be abused. Some of us
yeah,
need to have our butts towed up so that he or she could go out here and actually be able to function and manage life without being incarcerated,
Mm.
mm,
without
mm.
starting. Incarceration starts all of our cultures now behind the eight ball. You're behind the eight ball. If you let them put you behind, now companies are looking forward to it because they're like, well, we'll hire you. Yeah, we'll hire you, but we're not still going to pay you right. And then whenever a real job comes, we're not going to promote you because you still have that on your background. But we will let you rise to this level, which means
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, he's coming back in for a little bit there, y'all. Just broken up there.
I broke up again. Oh, that's just
Yeah,
bad
yeah, yeah,
internet today.
yeah. You
Just
broke
bad
up.
internet.
It'd
But
be like
you
that.
know, hey, but hey guys, I mean, it's a
Well,
game.
well,
It's a
listen,
game.
and here's the thing. I mean, we understand the lack of manhood in some of these young men that are growing up, right? I mean, that's why they started prison the pipeline, right? Because we know the men wasn't in the house. But at the end of the day, it's 2024, right? So we got to start stepping up as men if you ain't already stepped up. Because that's what the deal is, right? I'm tired of seeing these young black men that are coming up. And I'm not just focusing on one group, but I'm just saying what I see, what I'm around all the time. Put it to you like that is
Okay.
I'm seeing them being more acceptive of looking the other way, right? Instead of standing up for what's right, they're more accepting of saying, well, it ain't like that no more. Well, shit, I didn't know when you became a man, shit changed over generation to generation. You get me? I was taught from
Hmm.
my men that I grew up with in my life was you work hard, you provide for your family, you make all the necessary actions in your life to make sure your family is protected. That's your job as a man. Your job as a man is not to cry out loud. Your job is to figure out why you crying and don't do it no more. No, now society dictates that everybody needs a hug. Get a rat. That's all you gotta do. Get a for emotion. Get you a rat. Get a nice big old white rat. That's what you need.
Everybody
Same
needs a
hug.
hug.
Nah, they don't need no hug. They just need a rat. They need something in their life, right? Because at the end of the day, man, if we can't
Oh boy.
break this mindset that's in the community that we're seeing, we're destined for doom. And I don't care what nobody say. We're destined for doom. You got to,
Well,
because once you take
I
the
agree.
man out of the community, now they're walking around, they look like men, but their thinking process is not the thinking process of a man. Once you lose that, you lose the community. Well, we're losing that more and more in a generation. You know, when I see more men that are spending $10,000 to my, oh, this is a bag. No, it's a purse. See, that's what my mama used to say, boy, don't be going in my pocketbook. Well, these guys are buying pocketbooks. And this is the thing, to walk around with a purse as a male? What are
Well,
we doing here?
that's that mentality we were talking about, wants, need, and money management. Now, I've have some Conrads, I call them Conrads, of mine that has went out and bought their wives $2,000 and $3,000 bags, as you stated. And I've looked at them and say, "What do you think there, Donna?" And I've blatantly told them, "Yeah, you got a lot on your mind, don't you?" I'm not
Yeah.
doing it. And
Well,
they're like, that's a whatever it is, type of bag. That's the Gucci 88.
mhm. Well, now here's the thing. I wouldn't spend that kind of money on a bag for my old lady, even if I had the
Side.
money.
And they
I
flip it
wouldn't
over,
spend the money.
and he or she states, what is it? And I say that bag says made in Taiwan, made in China, made in India. So what are you talking?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I say take that money and maybe try to do something with it, but I don't knock what another man does, right? Because we
No,
start
no, I
talking
don't
about
knock them. I mean,
money.
he or she
Yeah,
felt
guys.
that they were name brand and they're name brand people, and they feel that that's the way to go, and they feel like they're always looking great as a trend. And I said, yes. And I said, that's why they took arts, crafts, music, and everything out of the schools. And only certain schools now, or what they call tag, or certain prominent schools, can get those particular exercises so that
Correct.
they can guarantee you can't think further. You can't think out of the box. You don't even have the understanding to make your own things, make your own product, design your own. All that's lost. Not for all of us, but a lot of us.
Yeah, well, I've always said we've lost that ingenuity spirit that we had for years, and America as a whole has lost that ingenuity spirit. Right,
Hmm.
we've complacent to let everybody else do all the design. Right,
Yeah.
that's what we've come to that. Right, you know, we rather go to one of our lower southern states and purchase stuff and that you're getting from overseas and it don't last long, but it look good for 1 year, right? We'd rather
Nothing.
do
Yes.
that
Yes.
than patronize our American high quality standard. We don't want
Yes.
that.
I,
We want the
I
cheap stuff.
agree.
See, give me. I'll pay for ingenuity. You get what I'm saying? I
Uh,
pay for that, but I don't want to pay for something that everybody else got. You just put a different color on it, sell it to me. I don't want to pay for that. No, give me ingenuity. I want to
I
see the
understand.
grit and grind as it go. Let me see it. Don't just send some shit over here you just brought off of Alibaba. Hell, I can buy it off of Alibaba and sell it to you. I don't want that. That's where we at right now with the way the society is working as a whole. You know, everything and here's the thing: we're not even pushing the ingenuity. And I don't want to switch the show, but we're not pushing the ingenuity that we have in this country. Our young men have a lot of ingenuity. We're not pushing
Well,
it.
I was taught ingenuity, and I was taught think on your feet. I was taught make it happen. Don't worry about what the next has. You might look at what he has and you might modify yours, but still make what you have work. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Take care of you. Make it happen. And if if you and your comrades or family members can make that happen and even be a little better, do that also. But make it happen. Stop asking that guy to feed your household.
That's true. And that is true. And for those, if those are watching, I have a new smoke machine in the background. So you may see smoke coming along across the screen. I'm trying all new kinds of stuff here. So you may see some smoke coming across the screen if you're watching. But now, here's the thing though, right? And I look at everything and where we're at today, right? And how we're easily bamboozled or easily swayed. You almost say to yourself, the American society is kind of like cattle, right? You take the cattle prong, you stick it, and it goes whichever
We
way
are now.
they're going. You get what I'm saying? And
We are
but at
now.
the same but at the same time, we are complaining about being poked, but we're accepting the poking. You get what I'm saying? Because we don't want to stand on nothing, but we don't want to be poked. It don't work that way. You either got to stand on something or somebody else going to stand on you. And that's where we at. Nobody wants to stand on anything, especially when it comes to society issues, right? We're becoming more. If it don't affect me, I don't care. Well, sooner or later, it is going to affect you. So you might want to start caring now before it does affect you. You know what I mean? It's almost like when we talked earlier about body odor, right? And how some people nowadays do have bad body odor. It's just a fact. Some people, and I'm saying body odor, I can say they're walking around stinking or they stink, however you want to do it. I can put that I in there or the A. It's still what it is. It is an unpleasant smell, right? But we're getting to the point where now it's like, okay, it's normal.
No, no, no. It's not.
I broke up there for a minute. Can you hear me there?
Odor is one thing.
Mm.
You there?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay. Working odor is one thing. Non-working odor is another.
Mm.
I'm just trying to. Non-working is you haven't had bath in days or whatever, and you just, as I stated earlier, you're masking it.
Correct.
Now I don't say bath is for everyone. Some people showers enough, but you can't just jump in there and say, "Ooh, I'm gonna bathe with Axe." No, no, no. You have to bathe with a good cleanser first, a good form of some cleanser first. Then you come back with your refreshing Axe.
But see now, listen to this. Now I'm watching a lot of stuff on social media when I have time, and looking at some of the things I see. Right about a month ago, one of the hottest trends on TikTok was, how do you shower? Right? Do you stand in front of the water? Do you wash your lower half down all the way to your feet with your rag? Or do you just allow the water to run down your legs? And that's your cleaning of your legs. Do you use 2 washcloths? I'm a 2 washcloth guy. I got one for the top, one for the bottom, right? This is stuff that people were talking about. And when I started realizing, people were saying, well, I don't use 1 washcloth. Some were saying they use 2. And I was lost. Like, how could you not have 2 when you got a bottom and a top? You get what I'm saying? So I started thinking, man, what is going on here with the cleanliness here? What are we doing here? You don't just throw some soap on you and let it run down your leg, or as they say, excuse my language for everybody that's listening, let it run down the crack of your ass and call that cleaning. I didn't know that was the new 2023, 2024 way of cleaning. You got what I'm saying? So
I do. I didn't get to hear that particular or get to see that particular program, but me personally, I wash from top, and I wash from top all the way to the down. I was taught that way. You got to clean your facial and all that business and all that head area first. Then you down to your shoulders, chest, arms, and fingers and hands, and then you down to your torso and your stomach area, and then you down to your midsection and your buttocks and all that extra area, and then you just steady coming on down with it. So when you come totally down, you
I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Picking up what you're putting down. I think OB's
yeah, we tried to give it the best way. No,
Yeah.
okay.
I got you. I got you. What you got on it?
And also two towels.
All right.
Two towels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, y'all took it back to 1962. Yeah, hey, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Y'all got serious. Y'all got serious down there way in the water. Y'all got serious down there in the water, man.
Obi, we sure glad.
What'd you say, Don? What'd you say, Gun Donna?
I'm so glad you're back, Obi. I didn't know. I thought I was so obnoxious. You checked out on me.
Oh, y'all, we gonna pep it up a little bit because y'all got down. Y'all,
Yeah.
got down. I was like, God damn. Boy.
Well, Obi, how you like my smoke machine? Does it make
You got the smoke machine?
Yeah,
A lot of people know us on this show, man, is talking shit and swallow spit. Official business podcast. We are start bringing on people with great value, and we see a lot of great value in Gundana because it's the topics that's not being had. It's easy to be judgmental, but let's just face it. Sometimes we want that good, wholesome truth. All right, you want the cutthroat. You want to, get yourself back centered. Because we are not seeing that in today's time. Everybody's all over the place. People are saying that they are ready to become multi-millionaires, but don't wash their ass. And this is the truth. This is something that we have to be able to self-identify. When you're saying that, hey, man, I'm ready to take my business to the next level, but we don't read shit. We don't read the contracts. We don't read our terms and agreements. Hell, we don't even read the mail that comes in our mailbox. We look for identifiers. Oh, if the mail is pink, it's past due. If the mail is white, oh, man, they don't need nothing. They don't want nothing. But we are sitting here saying that we are ready to take it to the next level. Then another thing we do not do is communicate. We no longer talk in a group. We no longer talk with each other. We talk about each other. We talk against each other. But we don't talk with each other. And some people might say, oh, man, that's kind of old. That's kind of boring. But here go the thing. It's that clarity. Some people say, hey, man, I seen on the New Year's where, I went down to Facebook, man, and, went and gave everybody likes on their posts. And I'm like, hey, man, hopefully everything is great. Love, brother, family looks good. I'm looking at all of this. And I'm like, man, this is beautiful. But then January 2nd came around. And people had to return to work. People had to open up their apps and look at the low boards. And everybody was discouraged. But prior to that, on New Year's Eve, everybody was saying out there, hey, man, this year is going to be a new me. I'm going to do things differently. I'm going to take a different approach.
They said that last year.
Yeah. And they say, I'm going to accomplish my goals. But then they see one little bump in the road, and all of a sudden, the sky is falling. And people that watch that like, oh, man, that man is weak. And what I see is that a man don't understand. He doesn't have somebody to talk to. He don't have somebody to release to. He don't have somebody to speak of value around him. The only thing he knows is he has to have a fast response in order to tell if he's succeeding or failing. And see, this is why we got Gundana on here. We got Theo. Y'all know Theo, he brings it back down there to the boom. And we see that Gundana. He's going to sit there. Hold on, wait 1 minute. Let me tell you about the time that I went into the Piggly Wiggly. It was a woman that was thinking. But
well, OB, it happened. It happened.
Oh, man, but this is what we do on this show, man. If you guys got questions, what's up with you, Anthony? I see you, brother. I see you. Hey, James William, I see you, brother. Say, pimp, say. And this is what pimping is, baby. You got to be the best person you could be. And you always got to give your best person out here to the world. And you got to remember, you got to stay self-centered, right? Everybody always say that they want to be the next level. Hey, man, I need people on my team that's going to support me. I hear this shit all the fucking time, and I tell a motherfucker, hey, man, if you look at a head coach, what is the job of the head coach? If you're going to have people on your team, then you got to be the head coach. You can't be to say I am the leader of my team and then expect your cheerleaders or your followers to step in front of you and tell you, hey, boss, you need to come ahead of me, boss. What do we do next, boss? You say you want that position. You claim that position. Now you need to run that position. And you got to understand that you are the front, just like the front of your vehicle takes the most hits. You behind windshield, baby. You behind a barrier that keeps you protected, that keeps you comfortable. The bugs hits the damn front bumper. When you're involved in an accident, it hits the outer shells. You're on the interior. And so if you decide to be the fucking bumper of the vehicle, you got to be durable. You can't say that, hey, man, today I'm going to be the bumper, but tomorrow I'm going to identify as the steering wheel because things are hard out here. I'm going to be the steering wheel tomorrow.
Nobody no Tesla Cybertruck talking about you got to do it.
OB.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Gondana.
I don't have a bumper.
You don't have a bumper? What? Here we go. Here we're going to play. Yes, 21 questions. What the world was that? We was watching this shit. He pulled a Cat Williams.
Oh man, we just have to break it up a little bit. Have to laugh a little bit. Have to keep the love going, baby. That's all.
But yeah, man, this is man, I know you guys haven't seen us all on the same platform, in full effect. But we want to let you guys know that we are going to be the change that we want to see. And as the time progresses, you guys noticed, man, we smile a lot more. We are smiling a lot more. And this was prior to 2024. This was prior to saying, hey, man, new year, new me. That shit started back then.
No doubt.
Now you're seeing the work that you have put in started to develop. So you come from a place of calmness. And don't forget, I ain't forgot about goddamn Zoe. Zoe can sit over there and talk all. Zoe is an oxymoron to me until he comes up and say, you know what, OB? Man, I shouldn't do that, man. I shouldn't even ask that. I was out of line. I'm going to tell him, you ain't nothing but a little boy to me. I'm going to still get my lick back. Don't get it twisted. I can smile at you and pour some hot sauce in your goddamn eyes. Hit your ass with that goddamn blazer. Say spice. But anyway, what we got?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna get this man a bumper first. That's he said he ain't got no bumper. He threw me off with that one. I didn't know what to say at that point.
This is the motherfucker that be in the goddamn post office talking about y'all sell cookies.
Yeah. You want to talk about changing the trajectory?
Yeah.
Oh boy, see.
I can't even get back. Huh? What?
Well, it was okay.
Can we get a manager?
But like you said, man, we smiling more because one, we got a lot to smile about. It's called life. Whether people realize or not, right? Why are you walking around all mad and carrying on? You can't change it. Don't deal with it. Don't worry about it. You can get it together. And the other thing you spoke of, you said the truth, right? We want to start talking the truth. And I'm with you on that, right? So in a couple of months, just give everybody a heads up. A couple of months, I'm gonna do a live. Hopefully OB's with me. And I'm gonna try to bring a doctor on and let them explain my blood panel so we can see where my health is at. See, I'm gonna give you the truth live raw because I'm always preaching about health. Health is wealth, right? That's what I always say. So when I get that blood panel done, if I can get the doctor to come on, I'm gonna have the doctor come on and break down the good, the bad, the ugly of what's going on inside Theo's body. I know y'all see this good looking face, but wait a minute, is it good looking all the way around? Well, we're gonna find out when we get that blood panel.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. I'm gonna put it out there.
Damn. Yeah, damn. You gonna put the blood work out there? You gonna
put the blood work out there.
Man, damn. Damn. I ain't gonna put mine out there. I ain't gonna let these motherfuckers out. Oh, look how OB that motherfucker. Yeah, no. But hey, man, I think that's real awesome, brother.
They say put it on the glass, pimp. Put it on the glass.
Man, them guys that said put it on the glass, they hide behind it now. They don't want to be the they want to be the steering wheel, the AC knobs. The one that used to say put it on the glass is nothing but steering wheels right now. They want to be inside comfort. I want to be protected.
Okay.
The elements out there are too harsh. They are too harsh. But anyway, man, hey, you guys. Oh, man, we went a full hour tonight.
No, I ain't got to go to work tonight. We can go
I ain't got nothing. Now, we can get gunned down and stop talking like Martin Luther King. We can get some good shit going on, right?
Now, if you want to get it spicy now wait, don't be bringing King up because I'm not a King fan.
No, well, you get it on spicy. Because Gun you still awoke?
Sir, I'm there. I'm here.
I walk with Martin Luther King and
no, sir, I didn't live that far back. I walked in the era of when we were coming out of the high schools. You were speaking of doctors and lawyers and optometrists. We were all stating that is the type of woman we were going to meet and marry because we always wanted to have that particular woman smarter than us because we felt that we didn't have all of it, but we knew if we got that on our team, we could be pretty much successful. At least that's what we thought at that time, at that era.
I walked across the graduation stage and jumped off, said, "We want the funk. Bring back the funk." That's what I said when I graduated. Bring back the funk. Then when I got in my Volkswagen Bug, I had a 73. I'm playing "I Want to Be Free." You see, I was playing all that till I got home. My old man said, "Well, you leaving?" Wait a minute. No, you ain't got to tell you. You said you grown. You said you was grown. What you still doing here for? You see, you ain't gonna eat all my good bologna. No,
well,
get your hands off that hog head cheese. No, you grown.
Well, Daryl. Excuse me, OB. I think that what you were stating. I think that graduated with Martin Luther King. I wasn't that.
No, I think Theo graduated with Rick James.
Oh, okay. He's a Rick James. Okay, I'm a
James.
I mean, I've always been a little freaky, but I ain't
okay.
You said 2024. We going with the truth now.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I was a Reaganomics.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
I was at Reaganomics. That jam.
I got you.
So,
but anyway, man. Say, man, well, you guys, y'all stay tuned in. Theo, schedule every Thursday. We going back 2 or once a week.
We can do for this month. Let's do every Thursday.
All right.
Things I'm going to be doing on Wednesdays. So let's go with every Thursday, and then after that, I think depending on our schedule, we can lock in every Thursday, or we can do a Wednesday and a Thursday. Kind of mix it up. Like I said, both our schedules are kind of crazy, but we can make it work. But we will be doing more lives at least once a week, and we're gonna try to make it do what it do, man.
Sound like one to me. Sound like a one.
It seems like we run out of time, but I would like to throw allow me, could one of those topics be for that?
Hello, Gundana. You just left and came back in. Gundana.
Hey, it's internet.
Okay.
Could that one topic be um, politics? It's a hard one. I don't want to get deep. I just want to scratch the surface because it's some things I'm not understanding.
And there ain't a such thing as scratching no goddamn surface. So you just try to come in like, come on now. What we talk about? You don't want to put your pick of dough in. You don't want to put just a tip.
No, because it's something I've seen, and I was like, what do they mean by that? I'm not slow, but I'm not super fast. Sometimes I miss and I have to be brought up. So I'll just wait on the next week. And I think
no, give us a prelude. Give us a prelude.
What
next week?
What is that?
Here next week. Come on, wait. Give it to me.
What is that? What is he talking about? He won 24. I'll just go at it that way. Did you guys happen to see any of those advertisements? Because I was like, what? What do you mean he won? What?
Well, here go the thing. They are allowed to do propaganda. That is all it is. Just propaganda.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Obi. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I would say this, Gundana, and this is something that I want all the listening audience to understand. Politics can be dicey. Politics has broken up families and friends. But
it's true.
You get what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with having differences of opinion because we get too passionate about politics. So with me, and if anybody know me, I'm really passionate. I love to debate politics, but I understand I can't expect everybody to see it the way I see it, right? My truth may not be their truth, and their truth may not be my truth. I'm good with that. But one thing I focus on when it comes to politics, the first thing I focus on is my Governor Ned Lamont. I focus on what he's doing. I focus on the Connecticut State Senator in the Senate of the state of Connecticut. I focus on that. I focus on the mayor here in Meriden, where I have to pay a vehicle tax. I focus on the mayor in Waterbury, where I have to pay property tax. Then I focus on who represents me in Congress and in the House and Senate. I focus all because you know why? That governor, my local senator, those two mayors, gonna affect me more financially than the freaking state of Louisiana. That's who's gonna affect me. When I figure out what they got going on, now I go to the upper level. I go to the Fed side to see what they're doing. Cause I gotta look at who's gonna affect me the most and who's gonna take my money the most, right? And granted, I live in Connecticut, so y'all already know we paying out the yin yang. But what I found out, my property taxes in some states versus some of the states down south, I'm paying less. You can't convince people that. But that's a fact.
Well, you can pay less there, but it'll be made up somewhere else.
Well, of course. Of course. That's the way, and that's the way it works. Right?
We don't have state income tax, right? But our property taxes are high as a motherfucker.
Yes. That 2.6%.
It's always a trade-off. It's not going to be, even, oh man, this is better than, everybody try to get.
I agree with you there. I wouldn't say that, but I was thinking, okay, did I miss something? Or maybe I overread or did not read. I said, let me follow up. Maybe I could get a more of a gist by, that was all.
Well, we're going to get this shit started.
Here's the thing.
What's going to happen?
I love politics and history, and they go hand in hand. And I get it. It is not sexy when we start talking about it because nobody wants to hear it, right? But the facts are the facts, truths are the truth. And if a man think he won, that's his personal opinion, right?
Okay, we'll just leave it at that.
And what we don't understand in politics is when you could have less votes, but still win on the basis of the electoral college. You know why? Because people don't understand the electoral college. I ain't mad at them. That's the way the system is designed. We can change it. But now, what happens when you change it? You get me? So we're going into 2024. Guess what's going to happen, everybody? I'm going to just put it out there where the goats can get it. Gas going to drop down.
Well, it's already dropped.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna start drilling more. I got that from OB. We're
Yeah,
drilling. I don't monitor drilling. You know what I'm saying? But we're drilling more. Oh, okay, all right. The numbers are looking good. Well, guess what? The election's coming up.
Yeah.
Everything got to sound good. And I don't care if you are a Republican, you're a Democrat, you're independent, a libertarian. It don't matter. You can be sweet too. It don't matter. Everybody gonna paint a picture that things are so great now because the election's coming up. Now, where you stand, like I always said, I ain't got no problem with the government. I just got a problem with not understanding how to get money from the government. So that's my only issue.
Yeah.
When I learn how to get money from the government, I'm out. I'm leaving y'all. I ain't got no business be talking to y'all no more when I learn how to get money from the government. Oh no, we're not doing that. We ain't downgrade. I'm upgraded. What Beyonce? Let me upgrade. Let me upgrade. That's what I'm about to do this year. Soon as I learn how to get that money from the government, I'm done with y'all. I'm out. I'm out.
How long
you
you?
hit me on WhatsApp with a European number. Go ahead, Donna. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Gun Donna.
Well, that was it for me. I think you straightened me out.
All right. Oh, Gun Donna was over there. Oh man, I was just thinking here, man. I'm looking at them. I said, man, this shit is about to get spicy. What do we play when things get spicy?
Is that a 50 cal in the back OB behind you?
Nah, that's a Scar 17. That's
okay.
Scar 17 with the American flag.
I don't think people realize how big a 50 caliber gun is.
Nah, 50 cal. A 50 cal, boy, they'll go out there and talk to you for a second.
If you can hold it.
Yeah.
Hey, you shoot it, it's gonna do more damage to you if you ain't holding it right than the person you trying to shoot.
Why is my shoulder dislocated? Oh,
there you go. For people who aren't gun enthusiasts, right? And you see guns and I'm gonna say it like if you're like me, you're in the middle, right? But when you start thinking about a 50 cal and you see one in real life, you see how big that gun really is. You better have it mounted. I can tell you right now.
Oh, yeah, have a bipod for it. You better have a heavy duty bipod because you about 30 to 40 pounds. 30 to 40. And
what is that thing? It's damn near what? 5 over, it's over 5 feet long.
Yeah, it's over 5 feet. It's running about 6 foot extended stock. Yeah, you're looking about
correct.
6 feet.
Yeah. So when people start talking, oh man, I want to get me a 50 caliber. 50 caliber, what? Just get a tank.
Go get one. If your credit card would allow you to go and buy a 50 cal, load that shit up. Fuck those interest rates. You only live once. Interest could deplete.
But my badass credit, they might get me a 0.5 cal.
Now they gonna tell you. They gonna tell you to go and look at them handguns over there.
Yeah.
Get you a 22. Get you a 22.
There you go.
In a bow and arrow. There you go.
I want my liberal gun. You right, the bow and arrow. That's what we started with over here. You see what I'm saying? Hey, them bow and arrows were taking people out when they first came over there.
Yeah. They see the thing is they ain't tell you the full story. The bow and arrows was the shit until the muskets, until they came up against a musket.
But here's the thing: since we talking about guns, do you understand what gave? And this, I'm not trying to be racist, everybody. What gave the Europeans the advantage to colonize?
Well, guns. Guns.
Wasn't it just guns? Now, hold up. They was losing the wars because they came in as all assault. All countries came in on different sides. It was the invention of the Gatling gun.
Yeah, so
they invented that they was losing the war until that Gatling gun came out.
Yeah,
see, the first machine gun, the granddaddy of them all, the granddaddy IOU.
And the technology is still used till today.
Today, yes. What did they say? Nothing new under the sun.
Man, now see nothing, you got me thinking. You got me thinking, man.
You gonna go get a Gatling gun?
Well, I'll go. Well, I can't afford that. that's about $200,000 to $400,000. About a shit ton of paperwork. But here go the beautiful thing. Uncle Sam will allow me to have one as long as I give Uncle Sam $200. As long as I make a check out to the ATF, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearm Bureau, for $200, I could go and buy that gun that they tell y'all on the news that is dangerous. Get them $200. No, it ain't that dangerous.
Well, you know what?
Well,
I
you
think
can
I can borrow $200.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It's a $200 tax stamp, man, and that's the
Okay.
and this is where people, I tell people, man, first of all, governments does not provide rights. Governments cannot take away rights. These are natural God. When you are born, you are born with unalienable rights. So I tell people, hey, man, the government, don't be believing all the stuff on the news. And with these so-called weapons of war, the real weapons of war, you can buy it. It will only cost you $200 to your ATF office.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I believe you can buy it, but here's the question I have. How much is the ammo?
It depends on the caliber.
50.
A 50 cal, you're looking at about $2 a round. Well, I'm sorry, $5. Anywhere from $2 to $5 a round.
So how many rounds does a 50 caliber hold?
It depends. You got bolt action, you got a magazine fed. Magazine fed is
Magazine fed.
10 to 20 rounds.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, here go the thing. Every weapon has its purpose, just like a bolt action. You don't see a guy walking around saying, hey man, you think I could find a magazine for this bolt action?
Yeah.
Because it's designed for a particular purpose. The 50 cal is designed for a particular purpose. Now they have semi-auto, they have bolt action, and they have even full auto. You could buy in every single one of them. But here go the thing. When you jump up in that, people are like, okay, man, that round is expensive. I'm telling people, hold on. Do you guys not know bolt action rifles rounds are more expensive? A 338 lapel, a 300 Winchester, price those rounds. And then you tell me about the 50 cal. And they were like, man, but that bullet go fast just as far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you got to remember, Pimp, I live in a blue state. Now, we are allowed to shoot you, but we have to make sure after you're shot that we're providing medical attention.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I find very absurd. I find it very absurd.
No, I wasn't. Well, I live in a state where if they shoot you, you won't have to worry about medical attention.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing. We are and always will be humanitarians, right? Now, don't get it twisted.
No.
You walk up in this house, you're gonna catch it.
Then why even use the firearm to begin with if y'all?
Because that's my Second Amendment right.
Okay, but hold on, humanitarians.
Hey,
Why don't you greet him with a cookie and a note and a policy?
Well, I'm gonna read him some cookies to get
Put a note on your door to say no breaking in allowed at this premises. That's it. That stop all the crime.
Okay.
That stops crime.
If someone's a criminal, they're already suffering from the American educational system. You think they're gonna take time to read that on the door? You get what I'm saying? Well, and now I got to put it in 18 different languages. This ain't America we grew up in. Shit, I mean, you want it in Hindu, Arabic, Chinese, Vietnamese? You want me to put it in country, them, they? What you want? What language?
The people that have access to the Secret Service that's protected by guys with machine guns tells us little peasants that in order to stop crime and be more good citizens, better citizens, we just need to post a sign in front of our doors that says that this crime is not allowed, and magically there's going to be no crime. And if crime should come, we should grab our cell phone, dial 911, speak to a dispatcher, and wait on the police to get done doing the job over there across town and allow, the police to get there and solve it. It might take 30 minutes to 3 hours.
Okay.
But
have you been reading my state's constitution?
Well, here go the thing about your state. Believe it or not, you guys, get ready. The North had a strong constitution. It's a reason why the Northeast was the development for a lot of firearm companies in the United States of America. But over time, things have changed. And people have been voted in to manipulate the Constitution, to put what we call human rights above constitutional rights, where they're saying, okay, we want people to feel safe. And this is not just me. Y'all have been watching the TV. Most politicians, when they're about to violate your fucking constitutional rights, they say that they are doing it so it creates a safe environment, makes people feel safer in those environments. But the Northeast, I'm not going to knock your Northeast, and say, oh man, they've been trying. They have not been that all their lives.
No. Everything basically started here with the gun rights and the whole nine. It started based on, and at that time it was called New England, right? We still have, I live in the Northeast. When you get a little bit above Massachusetts, technically that's called New England. But for sake of conversation, we're going to say the Northeast corridor, right? And every law, especially constitutionally, has came out of here. Even there was a big argument on how we got the Second Amendment. Thank God we got it. But the biggest argument was there was words in there of freed.
All right, Booby, we can hear you. We can hear you now, Booby. Just keep that in mind.
The words of freed citizens. And at that time, they understood, well, hold up. We don't want these people of the melanin persuasion to have guns if they are free. So we have to change the trajectory here. So you got to understand how the whole thing came about. And it was always debated. Remember, there was a time where Philadelphia was the capital, not Washington, D.C. You see? So when we learn that, we can understand the gun rights and where it should be and where it shouldn't be. And I'm with you, OB. Yeah, we all should have the right to have that gun. That's our God-given right to protect ourselves.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's a God-given right that was never blessed to you by the government.
There you go.
The government does not provide the citizens any rights.
Mm-hmm.
The Constitution is for the guidelines for the government to follow, to tell them this. Hey, man, y'all can make laws, but as long as it doesn't violate this, and this, because citizens has God-given rights.
Correct.
And now we are in a time where, let's just say it, a lot of our constitutional rights are being violated on a day-to-day basis. And every day. A lot of these laws are in direct violation of the Constitution and our God-given rights.
Yes, they're invasive.
Yes.
They're taking away your privacy. And I think because a lot of people don't even understand the Constitution, that they don't understand their rights are slowly being
depleted. And here go one thing that I when I got my CDL that I didn't like. I did not like that the government is asking of you to surrender a lot of your rights. And one of it is search and seizure. When truckers have this mindset of, hey man, I'm driving an 18-wheeler. And if I get pulled over by DOT, I have to allow them to search my tractor. No, those are your living quarters. I don't care if you're a company driver. As long as you lay your head there and you call that your home, your privacy, no one has the right to violate your privacy. And it's been proven in the courts. Where DOTs have been sued. Companies have been sued by company drivers when companies like, oh, you better allow that DOT officer to search that tractor. No, you don't have to. You don't. They're in direct violation of your rights. Invasion of privacy.
Correct.
And people are like, well, I get fired. Then go and sue, motherfucker, because you about to get a boatload of money. You are about to win the court case.
Yeah.
You will win. You will win.
But here's the caveat to all that. Y'all know I haven't said that word in a while. It is understanding you will win for right now. But there's going to come a time where there's going to be a smart lawyer who doesn't care about your rights, who only cares about a check. And he's going to be able to prove that you are under federal regulations. Federal regulations, whether you like it or not. Hold up. It's going to override this Privacy Act that we
No, it cannot. No, he cannot. If you believe
that's why we have the Patriot Act.
If you believe that, then it should be a camera. Why can't they have camera installed right there in the sleeper?
Oh, it will.
No. Right now, why can't they do that?
Oh, they can't right now.
Okay, then. Here go the thing.
I said you're gonna find a lawyer.
Well, a lawyer doesn't write law. A lawyer just argue law. They have to argue that. And this is where when we say, okay, this person is going to come along and take your right away. That's if we allow it. That is if the citizens, the free citizens, that is if the truck drivers, CDL holders allow that. Like one of the biggest fucking most unconstitutional shit that FMCSA is trying to do is the speed limiter. How are you going to dictate speed? You're affecting my commerce, my way of living. They cannot do that. This is why it's going up there to the Supreme Court. What they're trying to say, okay, we cannot pass a law. If you listen to FMCSA, they said it on the record. They are not trying to pass a law. They are trying to pass a policy. Damn, I frozen up. I don't know if my computer.
Just keep talking. You're throwing.
They are trying to pass a policy, aka a regulation within their bureaucrats. So they're like saying, okay, it's not federal law. It's our rule. It's a rule. And it's going to get challenged, just like the EPA just got challenged. Just like California just got challenged and lost. It's unconstitutional. Now, a lot of things has been happening, but it's people are fed up. Small businesses are just fucking fed up. They are fed up.
And listen, I'm with you. They are fed up. I'm fed up. But I do remember there was a time, Drive 55, stay alive. I do remember there was a time when you went to the great state of Texas in a tractor trailer.
Who put the speed limiter? Did the state do it or the federal government?
I don't remember.
It's the state. It was the state. Ohio was 55.
But here's the thing.
California still 55. That's within.
There you go, right?
It is not from a bureaucrat.
Yeah, but hold on. The state is a bureaucrat at the end of the day. There, OB just dropped. He's coming back in, y'all. But the state is a bureaucrat, just like the federal government, right? Like Gundon, are you still there? Because there's something I made a statement of.
Yes.
I want to ask you about. With all, and for those listening, I'm waiting for OB to come back and we can jump back into it. But with all the stuff you see going on in this country, politically, just politically, how we are so divided based on lack of education. And do you think that at some point, instead of us being the United States, we should just become America, a continent of 50 states? So you think it's going to come to the point where states individually, and we've had a couple of states, Georgia, they talked about secession, and they always do it when there's a Democratic president. We've got an idiot in Texas talking about it too, right? And it becomes a talking point. The problem that I worry is because we're so politically,
you just did it. You just
we're devout politically. We're devout. right?
Why you call the guy in Texas an idiot, but then you're like, Georgia, they always
Well, listen, I love the great state of Texas. Like, I got to poke the bear a little bit because that's not a 50 cal in the back, so I ain't worried about it.
Why you got to kick me in the back there, yo? Why you got to kick me in the Come on now, baby. Keep your feet on the ground, baby.
That was for that Connecticut joke 8 months ago. See? But my question is to Gundana, do you think there's going to come a time where every state decides, I want to be my own country? Or do you think we're looking at, unless we can socially start understanding politics and stop being to the point where I hate you because you're blue or I hate you because you're red? It's getting to the point, the water is starting to boil over in the pot. And the government, the people who are in the government, keeps turning the stove past 10. I mean, what's your opinion on
that? Out looking in, I still feel it always should be the United States. If it ever breaks down into an individualized state for state, we're going to be in a world of trouble. Because it's like you're just going to be at the mercy. You just have no. You get what I mean?
Well. Here's the problem that I see. We hear the terminology states' rights, right? And I say it sometimes, even in my own state. Hey, why are we giving my money to the federal government? States' rights. I live in this state. I pay taxes to you, and we shouldn't give them nothing. Every state should be like that. We have more money, right? But it doesn't work that way. We are a caring people up here and all across the country. We are caring people by nature. Some of us care less than others. Some of us care more. I think we all can admit that. But just the way things are right now, right? See, what I'm worried about is what we see in other countries can come to these waters, right? Where the government breaks down. Now, Mr. Gunner's going to answer that. Go ahead, Mr.
Well, we're going to hold on before we know, because it's going hour and a half. You going to take it to the 2 hour mark?
I don't care. I ain't got to work tonight.
Well, we ain't going to be here for 4 hours now, but okay.
Let's run it to the 2 hour mark if we visit, because I am getting older, so I got to stop fronting like I'm young. I can stay up all night. I almost fell asleep twice. If it wasn't for the damn monster, I'd be. Y'all would hear my Jake breaks in level 3 going down the mountain at 1700 RPM. Just, Obi, I got to mute this joint. He is singing tonight. So, but go ahead. Sorry about that. Yeah, Mr. I can get you.
Like as I was about to state, I feel it should always stay united. It should remain United States. It shouldn't be broken out into an individualized state. We're going to be in a world of trouble with that because, see, we're not united enough as people to address that. We're not united enough as a people as a whole, not one color, not cultures, just people, period, to do that. If you were to break it into individualized, these people would be out robbing and stealing and doing so much. They'll do so much to each other, even on commerce wise, driving wise, interstate wise. It costs you $1 million to go to California.
Well, that's true because you got
because
each travel through each country. Yes.
Each state country now that was united now is broken out to individualized, and they would just put tolls everywhere. You just couldn't. Mm-hmm. And the toll wouldn't even have any type of boundary on it. It's just, I'm gonna charge you $1 million. Mm-hmm. And you're like, well, I'm only going to Arkansas. It doesn't matter. You cross over here, it's $1 million.
And like I said, the only reason I brought it up because it has been in the news the last 12 months.
Yeah. Well, it's always been in the news. It's nothing new. It's been in the news since the 80s.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with it. The voting population has gotten dumber. I said it. Don't care who don't
Mm-hmm.
like it. Facts are the
Yes,
facts.
I was going to say dwindled, but
Okay,
you
dwindle
labeled it
down.
as that one.
Yeah,
But
you know, and I'm just gonna say it's got dumber. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it where my education level stops. They got dumber, and
yeah,
and because of that, we're so likely to believe anything, anything. We're just. I mean, I can't even put a word into play, but we're just we believe anything we hear. We refuse to actually go and look up anything, right? And we see that the government understands. I don't care what state you live in. Um, People are emotional, right? And
well, they are now.
mhm, and they're getting more, right? We both know
Yes.
emotions are very dangerous. When a person can't control their emotions, we understand that could lead to loss of life, right? So
Well, yes, that was
that's
one of the big topics. Well, I'm not going to go there.
mhm.
That'd be a whole new fight.
No, go. You can say what you want. Say what you
Well,
want.
that
Say it
was a
how you
big
want.
topic. You know, people said, well, why couldn't we have a woman president? And it was talked about, well, due to emotions and feelings. When you're out taking care of business, you don't have, war business and, in wartime, you don't have time for feelings and emotions. You
Mhm,
have to make strategic and downright factual decisions. Are they going to be
mhm,
pretty? No. Is it going to be ugly? Possibly. Is it
right.
going to end up gaining another day of life
Mhm,
or years of life? Yes. Is it going to lose some life to get there? Yes.
mhm,
And
mhm.
the average won't do that. They won't
Correct.
just, yes, that's
And
what
and
we got to do.
and here's the thing: we've seen that, and in other countries they have had women presidents, right?
Hmm.
Not going to say that's good or bad. I just won't say that.
Yeah. Oh, no,
But I
no.
will
Yeah.
say,
Don't.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, everything that you just described, we look for that in our male presidents, and we
Hmm.
can't even get that in the men. So it's
Yes,
almost like,
it's becoming a problem there
yes,
also.
do we need to try something different? I guess that's the word to say, right? I don't have a
Yes.
problem if we had a female president, because let me tell you something. Emotionally, I would say a man and is very strong, more stronger than a woman emotionally.
Hmm.
Women are more hormonal, so it does affect emotions. If there's a woman listening, they're more than happy to say, Theo, you're wrong. I'll drop a link. You can explain it. Doesn't matter. I'm not here to fight that fight. But understand this. There ain't no man that I know can push out 6.9 pounds. Now, that takes a lot of
Yes.
strength within
Oh
itself
yeah.
to do that, right? Mentally, it takes a lot of strength to walk around and your body's changing every day and every second, and you still have to keep a
Hmm.
straight face. So mentally, when I look at that and I say, hey man, there's something going on with that. But I'm just looking at the landscape and where
Hmm.
we're at, because we do have an election coming up in 2024, and unfortunately, I believe we need to have age limits on our presidents. I believe we need to have term limits on our senators and House members, because the simple fact is, and one thing I've learned, not to bore the show down, but one thing I have learned when there are elections, and one of the ways to not get people to vote is not let them know that there is an election. When I can drive on one side of town and I see all these signs for elect Joe Blow, and I go on the other
Hmm.
side of town and all I see is liquor store and signs for Newport cigarettes, right? I see
Yes.
more 50% off cigarettes in certain areas than I see who's running for your local mayor. That's what I
Yes.
see. You get what I'm saying?
I agree.
So without poking the bear too much with that, I think it's the country is, to me, now this is just Theo's perception. To me, we are really exploding from the inside out. And this is when I think we're at our most vulnerable as a country, right? We've seen the playbooks all over the world. When we are when the country's in civil unrest, it's easy to do things, and before you know it, you got a whole different government, and
Hmm.
with the mindset of people we have nowadays, not all, but some, and I call it out where it is. I don't care if they don't like it or not. With the mindset of not understanding politics and what your local officials do, with the mindset of only looking in the glass of what this particular group is doing and not worried about what your group is doing. Well, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
You're putting yourself in a recipe, or as they say, a disaster. You're building a recipe for disaster now
Oh yeah.
because you're not focusing on everything. You just focus on one thing. And that's what I see when I listen to people talk. This is not everybody, but I see that a lot. And I'm like, well, you got to be kidding me. How can you make that statement? And it's almost like some people are saying the democracy don't work. It's not working anymore. And I think it's a personal thing. They just don't like what they don't see for the moment. But once the crowd gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, well, that's when the country changes. The dynamics changes, right? Now the minority that has a voice is now becoming the majority with a voice.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So that's what I worry about, within this country. And everybody should have a voice with reason. You just can't go spouting dumb stuff, right? You got to have some kind of validity behind it. So that's what I look at and what I see going on right now in the country. And I go back to what I've always said before, the education side of it. We need it, but we got to get everybody to understand what's going on, right? I don't care if it's body odor. Understand why you have that body odor. If you got bad breath, understand why you have that bad breath, right? Don't understand what's going on in your own state politically. Try to understand it. Get the education, right? Everybody talks about the 14th Amendment right now. We're hearing it over and over and over and over. And 98% of Americans don't even know what the hell the 14th Amendment is.
Yeah, so I was going to say, hadn't even broke it down to understand what is the definition of 14th Amendment and how it addresses across.
Correct.
Correct. Any of the amendments, actually, even the fifth, I've heard many people say, well, I just take the fifth. Okay, what does the fifth really mean other than just silence?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. So I just keep wondering, where are we going, where are we headed as a country, and of course as a society. But I'm more focused on what are we doing as a people.
It's up in the air right now, and I mean, it's people moving around. Texas is getting a new outlook from different states due to people are moving and moving around, so that sways votes one way or the other. And then the other thing that bothers me overall is I can't stand why everyone waits till voting is there and then try to get address changes and corrections and cards and say that, oh, I thought I could vote here. Why do you think they created early voting? That's so you wouldn't be in that particular, you can take care of that. They won't utilize the tools that have been put in place so we don't have all this backlash.
Yes, and that's why I go back to the education part of it, right?
Man,
you get what I'm saying, because we're quick to complain about some of the voting practices that some states do,
yes,
right? But yet we won't get involved when they're changing everything. You get what I'm saying, and that's where the bigger problem is, right? I look, I like early voting. I personally, if it was up to Theo, we will have a federal holiday so that everybody can vote. Federally, you're paid. You're not going to work. You see what I'm saying? You're paid. So everybody can vote, right? But we know that's not going to happen, because that means somebody on one side is not going to get who they want, right? I mean, voting is a privilege. It's a right, but it's a right of privilege to me.
Yes.
I'm just one of those. You should always participate in the political spectrum, and that's how I look at it. So I just wanted to get your opinion on that. You're a lot wiser than me.
No, we're all about wise, similar, same, because it's one thing about wise inside here right about now. If you are thinking, if you are watching media, if you are taking the time to read and follow up and just, follow your education or even your self-educated on any form or fashion. We're all across the board similar the same because we're all living this. This is not a,
Correct.
oh, is this going to affect you, Mr. Thee? No, it's going to affect Boobly. It's going to affect Donna also. It's going to affect OB. It's across the board. No more wiggle room. You don't get out.
Yeah.
No more wiggle room.
That's
No,
true.
that's been locked down now. No more wiggle room.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say you got to jump straight in or jump straight out.
Oh yeah, because that's it. You no getting. That's it. I don't care who you are. You're not It's no getting out of it anymore. So
I'm with you. But like I said, it's trying to convince the masses, right? And I think that's where we're at from a society standpoint, right? No one wants to do the homework. No one wants to put forth the actual time and effort. How you say it that way? Time and effort to get to understand what's going on.
You know why? You know why that's really been put in play, right?
Listen to what you gotta say. Go ahead.
That has been put in play due to lack of reading. It's like I went to my I'm gonna jump just a hair off the subject and get on out of there for you. I went to my grand Krause school, and I asked the staff and the faculty, "Are you guys still professing cursive and following up with cursive writing, or have you also disengaged from that?" And those individuals, they stated, "Oh no, we're due to that particular type of school she's involved in, no, cursive is a need." And I asked them, I said, "How do you feel about cursive being pulled out of the schools, but your Constitution is written in cursive?" And they said, "I never thought about that." I said, "Well, if you get some form of Constitution, or if you just download it online and look at it, it's all written in cursive." I said, "So why wouldn't you continue to have cursive in school?" It's like you guaranteeing, we go back to the slavery mark. You can't read, you can't write. All you can do is print, is make my stamp, make my mark.
Yeah,
what?
And I
it's like what?
Watched a documentary on that a couple of years back, and the goal was to do exactly what you just said, right? Was to stop the people from reading or understanding, right? Because you're right. If you're totally taught to print everything, they're not writing cursive, then you
that
are going
means
to have a problem.
You not only you're going to have a problem, you can't even hide anything.
Correct.
You can't hide. Like if I wanted to write some certain note to use, all I could do is write it in print. Everybody and their mama can. Oh yeah, what? Nobody has any kind of disengage. That was private. That's personal. I'm like, it's like, and with my older sisters and brothers were going through school, they had to learn shorthand. And then they took that away. Correct. Well, I'm not afraid to say I don't know a lot about shorthand, but I know about cursive. I write cursive. So my grandchild writes in cursive. She said, "Papa, it's not that big of a deal." I said, "Yes, it is." Because I said, you are actually living, you can write some papers on this until you graduate college. You're actually living the life of guaranteeing so many continue to be uneducated. So many are guaranteeing to be, to a certain degree, enslaved to, you can't work any further than this type of job.
Correct.
And I'm like, what is going on? You guaranteeing I have plenty of people to work at McDonald's. I'm guaranteeing I have plenty of porters.
Well, I mean, listen,
and I'm like, nothing wrong with that. No, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
We all got to do what we got to do to take care of our family. You do what you got to do to survive. But I'm saying you guaranteeing you keep that.
Yes.
No strive for no more doctors, lawyers, dentists, optometrists, anything. Just guarantee that. And I'm like, wow. So anyway,
that's where society is going. At this
point,
And some say that was the start of public education, right? To train the people to think the way we want them to think. You get what I'm saying? And
when
you look at it now, from an understanding of what public education used to be versus what it is now, they're not lying, because I say this all the time. You took civics out of school, and I think it may be there as an AP. I'm not sure. When I went to school, it was there as a regular. You had to learn civics, right, as part of graduation. And kids coming out not knowing about civics. Well, if you wasn't taught civics, you really don't. You're not taught how your government works, right? So when I listen to people, and I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, when I listen to people and they only want to blame the president, and I get it, he's the face, whether if it's Trump's the face of the country, whether it's Biden is the face of the country, right? But no one talks about the other branches, whether the House, the Senate. No one talks about, if you think the president can do something, no, it's the Supreme Court. They can make your life a living hell.
True. They can save you or they can hang you.
Yeah,
but again, due to what we see out here and so much, I mean, it's hard to believe in politics now. I mean, Trump made a mockery of a lot of things, and a lot of the way branches and everything's supposed to operate. He made a mockery of how it even supposed to follow chain and regime. And so it's like people just like now it's like wilding out. It's like our government means nothing. This you do what you want to do.
And I'm like, wow. That's what the fear is, right? In my point of view, that's what the fear is. The government itself is breaking down, right? And there is certain things there to hold everybody accountable. Where we're removing those things, and I still say the most powerful branch of government is the Supreme Court. These are people who can look at the Constitution and say, well, you know what? This is what they meant. And it's totally different than what we're doing at that point in time. It can change overnight because they say the Constitution is a living document. So that's who I look at the most. What are they doing, right? And you're right. Whether the former President Trump wants to say he won, whether he wanted to relinquish the power to the incoming president. One, it sets such a standard of what we're going to see, because half of America accepted that way of doing things, right? We've been doing something for so long. They say since Friday after freedom, we've been doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And when we start to accept change, but we see this is not a good change, we start looking at what was once a democracy. It now goes into fascism. It now goes into communism. It now goes into we're in a dictatorship, right? And for some people in this country, not all, some people will rather have communism just so they can keep their foot on other people's necks. And they would rather lose some freedom to gain freedom over others, the way it used to be, right? You have people like that think that way and not understanding. Here's what I always tell people. If you think voting a certain way is gonna hurt me, you better damn believe it's gonna hurt you too. You can trust that.
With that remark, hey, I'm gonna end it on my end for today. On that remark, because you told, as Mr. Obi said, tell the truth. Well, that was definitely the truth.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was the truth. There's no doubt about it. And listen, you know what? I think Obi's having some problems on the other end, and we've got about another minute and a half. We're almost at our 2-hour mark, but. Look, now he's popping back up. Let's give him a little time to come in and see if he can. All right.
I heard y'all already, man. I'm laying y'all, y'all was way in the water.
Well, see, I'm tired of singing and swinging, pimp. I ain't got no more marching shoes. I'm ready to get out there, bring these bowls with me. I'm ready to go. My rats are ready.
It was very enjoyable. I was right there on standby, man. But
yes, sir.
I gotta say, we live in a republic.
There you go. That's just facts. I can't argue.
Yeah. But it was good to hear you and Donna It sound like he's already used up all his rounds, and he ain't got
Oh no, no,
no.
I haven't used them up. I just always keep them. The golden rule I was taught: never empty all of your clip, never put all your guns, all your bullets out, or you will be caught in the bind.
Okay, all right.
That's that 1900 Martin Luther talking, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
work with
Well,
right,
that
that.
was when you had a musket.
Yeah,
but man, I want to say, hey, you guys, man, y'all hit that like button. First of all, hit the like button, and we will be having merch coming out in 2024,
Yep.
and you know, let us know. Drop your comments down there in the section. You guys, please be proactive and drop your questions, any concerns or questions, so we can get to it on our next show. And if you have anything for Gun Donna, drop the comments down there. Let us know. Got anything for Theo OB? Let us know. So before we head out today, Gun Donna, what you got before we leave out? What would you like to say?
well, it was very, very good. I felt like this is going to be an interesting year, and I want to say thank you for allowing me to be heard. Start off with that year.
Not a problem, brother. Not a problem. Well, now what you got, Theo?
Well, first, I just want to say I appreciate Mr. Donna giving us his time, because time is valuable. It's the most important thing we got is time. So I want to say that. Also, the Triple D that showed up, the T Hills, Little Debbie and Big Debbie. I don't know who that is, but we appreciate you coming in. Commander Gru, haven't seen me in a while. My brother Bink, we appreciate you showing up. And everybody else, James Williams, ones that came in. Listen, like always, y'all know me. I say pray straight up and strapped up. I ain't saying that no more this year. If you ain't got that strap by now, you ain't getting it. The rules are changing. So I'm sorry. Go get you a pellet gun now, because I got mine. But at the end of the day, everybody like, follow, subscribe, Official Business Podcast, where we talk that talk. And like OB said, we might talk about you, but we still love you. What you got to say, brother?
Hey, man, I want to say, hey, all you truck drivers out there that's listening to us, man, breaker 19, we ain't got no pennies on, nothing but grown draws, all right? And, man, we love you guys, and we want y'all to have a safe and wonderful New Year's, right? And it's just the first of the month, so you guys be prosperous, stay focused, and get that clarity into your system. With that, man, I ain't got nothing else but to say we catch y'all next Thursday, all right?
There you go.